Hello, this is Richard the Urban Warlock here. Welcome to part two. So I'm doing a where you're at, where they're at, and what the future holds type 3 part reading. This is part two, so this is looking at where they're at, what they're thinking and feeling. Okay. Just whilst I'm shuffling, if you would like to book me for a private reading, go via the verified Instagram account, urbanwarlockhealing.com, or I do have recorded reading options available in my link tree. 10-minute tarot at £10. 12-month spread at 20 or 30 minutes at £25. There is also the basics of tarot if you want to learn tarot in there. If you're wanting to meet your spirit guide, I have the spirit guide guided hypnosis on there as well. So just go to my profile, give me a follow, click on the link tree, and the details are in there. Okay, so right, so let's have a look, see where this person's at. So as I said in part one, it could be that you're either in a relationship and what they're kind of feeling, or it could be that you're single and you're waiting for somebody. Okay, let's have a look. Right, okay, so first card we've got for them is the Chariot card in the reverse position. Now the Chariot card generally talks about the energies around us. Okay, now in the upright position I describe the Chariot as a bit of a juggernaut, so it can take a bit of time to get the wheels in motion, but once it does, it's just going to plough through things like a freight train. Also, if you or this other person has any questions of should I do it, is the time right, in the upright position it says no, yes, sorry, in the reverse position it says no, it's not quite right yet. Likewise with energy, it feels like things have ground to a halt, they're feeling a bit stagnant. So it kind of feels like, looking at this, these first three cards here, they're not wanting to push forwards, they're holding back. Why they're holding back? Well, we've got two swords cards. So swords relates to the element of air. It's generally speaking about the way we think and the words we use. Now, we've got court cards here. Court cards can represent energy within yourself, or there can be somebody else, okay? So we've got the Queen of Swords first off. Okay, so this is feminine energy. As always, I'm a man, I identify as man, but my feminine energies are higher, so I'd normally identify more with the queens than I would with the kings. Now, when kings and queens are in the upright position, they're good rulers, okay? So she's going to know what to say, she's going to know when to say it, she's going to know when to hold back. She's not going to be afraid of speaking the truth and if needs be, cutting people out. The Page of Swords is more youthful. Now, in the standard Rider-Waite, this background's blue, so it's about blue sky thinking outside the box, expressing ourselves in a more youthful, kind of playful way. I'm just wondering if this is them, or if this is the way they're seeing you, to be honest. I'm going to carry on and then I'll see which way I want to go with that. So let's carry on. Okay, we've then got the Eight of Wands. So this talks about the energies around us again. So Wands relates to fire, we're generally talking about taking some kind of action. Now you'll notice that the wands or staves, they're flying through the air. So when it's in the upright position, it's generally saying that, you know, things are moving fast. As long as you keep your eye on the ball, you will not get left behind. Okay, so I always say to people with this card, if you imagine I chuck a javelin in the air, when it gets to the midpoint, we can't say, well, wait there, not ready yet. You've got to keep going. Physics and gravity will keep that javelin going forwards. So around them, things are feeling very fast-paced. Okay, it's almost like, I'm going to say these swords cards are them. It kind of feels a little bit like they're more focused on something else. So be it kind of like work or, you know, pushing themselves further, and things are kind of going fast paced for them. So when it comes to the relationship or getting into the relationship with yourself, it feels like they're putting that on hold because they're focusing on something else. We then got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse positions. Pentacles relates to the element of earth. It can mean money and finance. In this case, I'm going to go for non-financial wealth. So that's what you invest in your time, efforts and energies in. Now, in this card, you've got three characters. So I call them the landowner, the builder and the architect. Okay, they've all got different roles. They've all got different skills, but they're all working together to build this beautiful cathedral. So the long-term goal is the same, but everybody's doing something different to get it there. Collaboration card. When it's in the reverse position, it's normally when that's changed. So if you're in a relationship, and for example, the example I used earlier, then you're thinking like, oh, I want to get married, I want to take this to the next level. Their priorities have changed. Okay, they're focusing on something else. Okay, overall outcome for them in the present. Let's have a look. The World card. Right, okay. So the World card is the last of the major arcana cards. It means cycle complete. It's when some big cycle comes to an end, and you know we move on. Now it's in the upright position, so for them they're ready to move on to something new. Now if you're in a relationship, it could indicate, I'm afraid to say, that you know for them this has gone as far as it can do, and they're ready to move on to something else. If it's somebody that you're waiting for, it feels very much like there's something in their life that has come to an end, and they've got different priorities now. Okay, their priorities have changed, I'm afraid. Remove any obstacles or blockages. 3 of Cups. So Cups relates to water. We're generally talking about something on an emotional level. Now, this is the celebration card. I call it the sisterhood card because it's 3 females dancing around in celebration. So it could be actual sisters, female friends, or friends with high feminine energies. Witchcraft terms, we're talking about Coven, power of 3. I'm going to go more along the lines of this is the obstacle or blockage for yourself as opposed to them. I feel like they've got people around them that are, dare I say, kind of, they're encouraging them. They're encouraging them to go in this new direction. Now, don't be too bitter and spiteful because they've got their friend's best interest at heart, or their family's, best interest at heart. But that's one of the blockages either that you're perceiving or that is actually causing that. Removing any blockages. Ace of Wands. Okay, so aces are about bringing in new energy. Okay, wands relates to fire. We're talking about action. It's not about starting something new, but it's about going, right, what's my long-term action? What's my long-term goal? So, yeah, for them, it feels like there's been some kind of big cycle complete in their life, either in a relationship with yourself or some other area. They're putting, I'm not saying that, you know, that it's the end of the relationship as such, but they're putting a hold on the relationship. They're putting a hold on the connection because there's something else going off. There's something else going off in their life. They've been given some kind of mental clarity and everything's pushing forward. So what you know, discussions that you might have had previously about long-term goals, you know, long-term actions, something's changed. Something's changed. It's changed the way they process things, and they're kind of got other priorities. So let's go to part 3 and let's have a look at a future spread and see where you guys are at.